So we're inside the bomb shelter. It's about, I don't know, 4 feet tall in here. Crazy, right? So today I am out in this wooded area because there's something really unbelievably cool out here just beyond this little forested area out here. It's an amazingly cool abandoned house and I just found it and I want to show you guys how cool it is. So let's go. So this is the garage. It's really big. I'm trying to figure out how big this might be. Maybe 100 feet long, this garage here. You see, quite large. And then there's also some kind of mystery building over here, which I don't know what that is either. So it's surprising that this is still kind of out here and somebody hasn't bought it. You know, people are buying up every square inch of property. So this is like pretty old school. This wasn't a farm, I'm pretty sure, but if you look at the top part, it's made out of like slatted wood, like I don't know if it's like 1x10s, but that's the old school way of building. There's no plywood in there, so that gives you a clue. In the 50s, I know they were using plywood. So this is a really big old school garage with some metal doors, and somebody has broken off the door, and it's really funky in here. Not funky smelling, but it smells like an old barn. It smells like wood. All right, so in the corner over here, I don't know what this is, but it must have been something that was like styrofoam, because there's these big. Does anybody know what this might be? Was this like architectural foam, like you would put it up in the corner of the house or something, like fake wood? You see how it's got like a beveled edge to it? Maybe they used this as a shop. There's some concrete blocks over here. An old work table here. Lots of good artwork. Pretty cool. Instead of just saying like FU or S or something like that, it's got like cool flowers and stuff. All kinds of still see spray cans over there. Some old wood and stuff. Yeah, but there's like a lot of styrofoam over here with those old like plank style. If it was any newer, it would be a plywood roof. So it's pretty cool in here. They should have rented this place out. What does that say? Does it say "Oops is for the kids"? You can see how much growth is up here, so you can't see it from the road. But if you have to walk around some corners. Everywhere I keep finding these spray cans because people have sprayed graffiti all over the place. And you know, this is one of the few places that I actually like the way it's painted. All right, so you can see it's surrounded by like all these pine trees. Really tall pine trees too. Anyway, so what this place seems to be is a pretty decent sized house. It's not overly huge. I would say like 2,500 feet plus, which is not huge, but the pool area is gigantic. So you've got a first floor, and then you've got the second floor right here, which is kind of like just a little loft bedroom. But you can see all the paint. But it's a really neat, interesting place, and it's also got this unbelievable swimming pool that I've never seen before. I've been all over Sarasota, and I've taken trips out of the country, and you know, I've been around I hate to say I've been around the world. I've been in a few countries in Europe and Central America and places like England. This is very unique as far as this area goes. This is a very custom looking place, and there's one very interesting place that I want to show you. So this is the garage area. So the layout seems like it's really sunny out today. The layout seems kind of like it was like a garage area, and then on the other side of the compound over there was more like the living area, and there's a pool in the middle. Anyway, like I said, lots of graffiti. It's interesting stuff that I never saw before. I don't even know what that is. One thing weird about graffiti is like, you look at it and you don't understand, like, it's just some kind of weird art. It says go in the hole, and something's poking me. Something poking me. It says go in the hole, and it's got an arrow pointing over to there. Weird. This is, I don't know, there's something about this place that I really like. Like if I had the money to buy this and redo it, I would seriously consider it, or consider redoing, you know, tearing the place down and renewing. But I think most of this place is made out of concrete, so it leads you to believe that, that was loud. See these walls, I think, are solid block walls. So it leads you to believe that somebody had money to build this, because normally stuff in Florida is built with, excuse me, something's in my throat though. Normally homes are built in Florida out of wood, and it's a lot more expensive to use concrete, but they got like a little mini shower over here. You know, I don't know what the freak this room is. What does that say, like chat or something? Look at this door. This must have been something specific. So here, this gives you a clue to maybe how old this place is. You see the door, you see the doorknob? Like an old school doorknob with the big key. Like one of those big skeleton key styles. So that may give you a clue to maybe this was from, well, there's a frog right there. Check out that frog. See him right there? But listen to the echo in here. A little bit of an echo in here. Can you hear that? Wow. Anyway, yeah, old school doorknobs. But like this, a lot of places that I've seen, you know, this is torn up and stuff. But I mean, it's not like super, it's weird. This shower must have been redone. It's made out of some kind of plastic. Interesting. Yeah, as a amateur archaeologist, I sort of like to kind of look for clues. All right, so you got some regular door handles here too, so it's been updated. Parts of it oh, the other thing I wanted to show you about that door is, did you notice it was like a half door? There's like a little shelf on it. You see that? Shelf? I think it was like a pool, like a changing room or something, or some kind of area, changing area. So like there's a pool right here, and then the main house is all over here, so it's actually separate, the main house. But the one crazy thing about this is that this roof is all concrete. Like, I don't know if it's like some kind of poured concrete, but you could see the shape of it is like, is it convex or concave? Maybe concave? The only place I've seen this architecture is at the beaches. They do pavilions like that, and it's also got this center post here. So it's like most of the weight from this roof, whatever concrete roof, is basically supported by a giant pillar, as far as I can tell. But look at the artwork out here in the pool. We're going to go down and look at all this artwork, this flowers. Somebody made a tree. So we have some real artists. It isn't just people just tagging and stuff. So, like I said, this is like some kind of separate garage room area, and then you've got this massive pool. Let's go look at this. People have painted all over. So this pool goes from about 3 feet to something like 10 to 12 feet. It's a really gigantic pool. I don't see many residential pools that are like that they have such a deep. So yeah, so this is me reaching up as high as I can go. And I can probably reach up about maybe 7 feet, 6.5 feet. So it's probably, maybe it's 10 feet, but it also looks like somebody was doing a half pipe, or they're in the middle of doing a half pipe. They got a whole bunch of wood kind of stacked up here, and they've got like the makings of a half pipe. So I don't know if somebody like did it and then they tore it out, but look at these flowers and stuff are pretty cool. the artwork. I mean, it's not just graffiti. Pretty cool, the tree here. And then, I don't know what this is. Looks like graffiti over graffiti. Somebody, I think, the funniest part I think is that somebody has this little cookie monster face right here. It looks like one of those stencils, like you stencil over it. But there's also lots of that, I think that's concrete wire there. So yeah, so like I said, this must be a big concrete and metal pillar that holds up this whole roof. And you can see how big this roof is. So like I said, it starts out like at one level and it gets lower and kind of, I don't know what the freak you call that shape. There's got to be an architectural term about that. But it's very interesting. We're going to go up on the roof and go check that out. So I'm guessing this was like the main living area, I guess, although it's not very big. But this is sort of the middle of the house. Not huge by today's, you know, I keep saying by today's standards because everybody has huge houses now, you know, 3,000 or 4,000 square feet. But it also has kind of like a little back patio, which I can imagine maybe this back wall was all glass back here. So it overlooked all the property. But I want to show you the upstairs. The upstairs is like a loft, just a small room. But look at the steps are like tile steps. And this stairway is really small. It'd be really hard to get furniture up here because it's about 2 feet wide. But a pretty cool little hangout. I always wonder if like you put the kids upstairs so you can keep them out of the way. Maybe this was like a rec room. Not huge, but look at the size of the windows. The windows are like 6 feet tall by like 5 feet wide. There's one on this side and then one overlooking the pool area. And you know, it's funny because when you look out the window, it actually looks like you're looking at the ground, but this is actually the roof because there's so many leaves and stuff. There's a tree growing on the roof right there. Stepping on a Mountain Dew can. Yeah, there's a tree right there. And there's a tree right here. And looks like it has some kind of vent or something sticking up out of the roof. But like I said, there's tons of oak trees and all kinds of trees out here. But interesting, it's been here so long, a tree grew on the roof. And like I said, I think this whole roof, completely, the whole thing is concrete poured, which must have cost a couple bucks. So this is like a little, just a small room up here with a closet. Like I said, you can see the closet has all these made out of wood instead of drywall. It's like I guess, see, I don't know, maybe it's not cedar. All right, so like I said, this is like the roof, but you can actually walk out here because it's I believe it's made out of concrete. So you can see how it's surrounded all by woods, basically. This may be like a 10-acre plot or something like this. And somebody has left some evidence of crimes. Is Valspar a good paint? Or is that like just like a super cheap one? Because I thought Valspar was pretty decent, but you could say maybe somebody recently maybe painted out here. What does it say? Hella Deary? Something like that? I can never read that stuff. So this is what it looks like. So this is like what we're looking down on here is like a walkway from like that garage area. And this walkway comes all around the front, a covered area. And you can tell this is all concrete on that roof. And then you can come out here and see the top of the pool area. See how weird this is? Like this top is like part of the outdoor area. And it's all convex. So like how does the roof drain? If it's like a bowl, how does the water drain out of there? They must have had some kind of built-in drain for that, right? Hopefully this is not gonna be scary. Yeah, so this is the top of the pool area. And I guess they had skylights or something here. They had these like skylights that look down on the pool, covered by wood. So there's the top of the garage there. And then this is the middle of the pool area, and you can see it's like a big bowl. shape, but there's a whole bunch of like trees and stuff that have grown up. So I wonder if at the time when this was new, was there a big drain in the middle? And then all the rainwater, since it collects in the middle, would drain. It's pretty freaking interesting. Hard to tell. But there's probably a tree growing out of the drain now. Something growing out of there. Hopefully this isn't the part where I fall through the roof. This is what I've been curious about all day. Is like, was there because this is the middle of the thing, so was there a drain there and then this tree grew in the drain? Yeah, you can see, you can get a good view of the rest of the property out here. So there's also, ooh, there's another freaking hole over there. Ooh, crazy. I wonder if it was a bomb shelter. All right, we'll have to go look at that. So out here, there's a giant garage over to the left over here. Yeah, so look at this. I missed this yesterday too. Look at that. That must be a bomb shelter or something down there. This house is nuts. Back in the, all right, so for you young people, back in, what was it, the 50s? Maybe not the 50s, maybe the 80s, when the Cold War was going on with Russia. There was a scare, there was the threat of nuclear war because everybody had nuclear weapons, Russia and America, and people were building bomb shelters and they were burying them in their backyard. So when the nuclear bombs went off, they'd have a concrete structure to stay into, and they would stock it with, you know, canned goods. Much in a way, it's like the preppers of today. But I don't know if the preppers are prepping for nuclear war. Ooh, that's scary, because if I fell, that would not be good. It's so weird that they put corrugated plastic here, because it doesn't last very long. But this is the kind of stuff that they have, like tin too. Kind of weird that they spent a lot of money on the rest of the house, and then that's all kind of weird. But I'm just in love with like the way this house is, just the whole design. Gotta get the flashlight out. So I guess it smells like somebody just urinated in here like just 5 minutes ago. All right, so this is one of the bedrooms. Used to have big windows. These windows are about 6 foot tall. Like this window right here is like a 6 foot window. I'm scared. Get out while you can. Please help me. It's all in the shadows. Open your mind. I think it's kind of funny what people are writing. All right, so this is like one of the bedrooms. I don't know if it was a master bedroom or, but you can see a fairly good sized bedroom. I think it must have had it has like a little half bath in there and then a closet. The toilet's always broken. I guess people get a lot of satisfaction from breaking toilets. There's the vanity. Interesting looking. Kind of smelly too. Yeah, people usually take a poop and then they break the toilets, and then they kick in the door. But yeah, in the old days, let's say this is built in like 1935 or 40. Oh, it's got cedar. It's actually got a cedar closet. I think that's all cedar to keep out moths and stuff. But it's just a fairly small closet. Okay, here's the thing I wanted to show you. So answer me this. Why is there a new rake, a new broom, and a new shovel in here? See this shovel is like fairly new looking. I mean, it's not brand new, but, and then there's some gloves. Like somebody was in here cleaning up. There's some gloves and some dustpan. Isn't that weird? It's like somebody came in here and like did some yard work or something. I don't freaking know. I mean, it doesn't look like they did any work in here, but I mean, you got a beer can on the ground there, and all right, so I'm trying to like get a basic layout of this house. It must have had 3 or 4 bedrooms. Here's what's left of the other bath. This looks like more like it was the master bedroom, or master bath, I'm sorry. It's got the classic pink pink tile. All right, so just like a couple more notes on the whole Cold War. I've only seen like 2 or 3 bomb shelters in Florida. Like I said, the problem is that the water table is so low, your bomb shelter will fill up with water. You have to have pumps constantly pumping out the moisture. So that's why it's not as prevalent in Florida. But there's some people that thought they knew better about the whole bomb shelter thing, and they built them anyway. What's funny is, like I showed you that in the garage, that one's really dry in there. And I know there's no power going on in here, so. All right, so where is the bomb shelter at? Out here somewhere. I can't remember where it was. Oh, it must have been in the corner over there. But I want to show you something. I was here yesterday, and I completely missed this, and I don't know if it's because what the deal was, but there's this big hole in the floor, and I don't know if like somebody was here, but look at this hole. I don't know if this is like just a vault or a, should we go down in there, I wonder? I'm debating. It's about 5 feet high, but let's put the camera down there. I don't know if people like hide their drugs down here or what the deal is. Can you kind of see around? So we're inside the bomb shelter. It's about, I don't know, 4 feet tall in here. Crazy, right? I got this like really scary feeling that like if somebody put the concrete thing on there, that would be scary. Like while you're in here. Conveniently, they have a nice garbage can down here. That's probably where the sump pump went, was in that hole. Not really much down here though. Just a big concrete thing. Maybe for hiding your gold or something, or your drugs, or there's a pipe over here too. Some kind of pipe. Maybe a ventilation pipe there. Weird, huh? Some wood. And then it just has a little hole going up to the ceiling. That's crazy, right? So fortunately it's tall enough so you can actually stand up out of this hole. I was getting scared I was gonna get stuck. Here. Whew, that is claustrophobic. Oh man. I don't want to do that again. Alright, so there's the mystery shed in the back. You see it right there. It's got a lot of growth here. And usually how I tell if people have been back here is if the grass is all matted down, you know, it's flattened like in a little trail. You could tell people have been back here. Almost looks like a little house back here. Some fencing over here. See the fence poles over here? I don't know what this was, some kind of fenced off area. Maybe that's where the bridge is. Alright, so this place, I really can't tell by looking at it. It looks like another concrete place. But you see how there really hasn't been, the grass is still kind of sticking up. So if somebody's been out here, there isn't a lot of trails that they've been out here recently. This looks like a mother-in-law house. Look how thick the grass is. That's what I would say this is. Like, people build mother-in-law houses for their relatives, and they set it back off the property a little bit. It's kind of sketchy out here. It's got tiled floors. Yeah, so it looks like a house. Hello? Hello? Anybody in here? Yeah, this must have been like a little apartment or something. Definitely looks like a house style. And if you run into any homeless people, just run. You can see there's some bush beer there. And this was probably boarded up at one time, but let's get the flashlight out so we can see something here. Uh-oh, did I lose my flashlight? What does Opos mean? O-P-O-S. Hello? Anybody home? if this is poured concrete as well. You know, it does look like concrete, a concrete ceiling. Pretty dark in here. Oh, there's actually carpeting still in here. Still carpeted. Nothing remarkable in here. Just I guess a little, maybe a one-person apartment. There's a shower in there. Of course, the door's off the hinges. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. Red rum. Ooh, what'd you say? Red rum. Okay, raise your hand if you saw The Shining. Did anybody see The Shining? There's some classic broken window. Raise your hand. So you're raising your hand? So you know what red rum means, right? Red rum is murder spelled backwards. Don't spoil it for anybody else. All right, so we got the kitchen. That's a good sized kitchen. It must have been a kitchen dining room. Maybe they had a dining room table over here. What the heck does that say? As cliche as it may be, this something warning, making this property official will be my girl, friend, something? Weird. Look at all this wood rotting off here. That's the remnants of the kitchen. This must have been like a little back room in here. See, this part actually has a wood ceiling. Maybe it must have been an addition, possibly. Ooh, that looks like a whole bunch of wasps. Holy crap. Oh man, that's a big wasp nest. You see that? That's not good, because once those wasps get spooked, you don't want to be around. Look at the size of that thing. You see that round thing? There's like 17,000 wasps over there. Wow. Okay, don't want any part of that. So this is the back door. Man, the grass has really grown up out here. You see how I hide this grass is? This grass is like 5 feet tall. So we'll go check out the back of the property real quick and see if we can see anything over there. All right, so this, like I said, this is like the south end of the property. So the house is on this side. And there's a big wall, forest wall of pine trees. And sometimes these little pine tree forests, they grow really thick. Really interesting. To me anyway. Because like these are the kind of pine trees that have the pine needles. And then the pine needles like carpet the whole ground. So like the whole ground is like a thick carpet of pine needles. You see how it's just like inches and inches. There's no grass, just pine needles. I imagine there's somebody's backyard over here or something. I always think if I was a kid, it would have been cool. I see a guy right there, hold on. That's a guy working out in his backyard right there. Pretty neat though. It's like Florida snow. There's pine needles. Everywhere you look, there's spray paint cans. There's a spray can over here. So this is like probably the best view because there's so many trees around this house. There's a huge oak tree right here. But you can see the house is right here. But you can't really get a full visual. Man, I gotta get something out of my shoe. So that is gonna be it for today's exploration through the amazing pool house. If you like this video, share it on Facebook or share it on Instagram or share it on whatever. But don't step on that beer can, whatever you do. Yeah, help spread the word if you like these videos. I don't do abandoned stuff all the time, but I do them whenever I find something. I usually do it. So, like I said, give it a like, give us a share, subscribe. Buy a t-shirt. There's usually links in the bottom. I mean, how awesome is this place? You don't find places like this every day. Maybe once every year. Anyway, like I said, Be kind, just rewind. No, that's Blockbuster. Be kind and share this video. I'm glad you guys could hang out with me today. Hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys enjoyed the mystery, the little mystery, whatever that was, the bomb shelter. Craziness. We'll see you guys later. This place is just like, I don't know, this is one of the best, what do you call it, abandoned places I've ever found. It's just so interesting. There's just so much interesting things out here. Looks like at one time they did have this fenced off so nobody got drowned in the pool. I think I see the secret hole over here. Hopefully there's nobody in there. Man, that is freaking nuts. I wonder if this was like a pool pump house or something. Some kind of place for the pool pump. Look at this. Whoa, that's deep. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's what this is. Wonder what happened to all the stairs. They must have removed all the stairs. Let's get a flashlight in there. This is like a big concrete room. Let's get a flashlight and see if we can see anything. There's some tires in there. Yeah, I'm not really excited about going down there. There's some electrical stuff in there. Looks like they had some kind of big water tank. There's a stool in there. Looks like there was right here is where they had the ladder rungs, and it looks like somebody took all the rungs out of this ladder so people wouldn't be tempted to go in there. Man, I thought that was gonna be like the freaking classic bomb shelter. Wow, that was cool. So you can see all the pump lines for the pool. And like I said, there's water in the bottom of it. Probably some of it from rain and some of it from what they call leaching. Yeah, I don't really want to go in there. But still pretty neat as far as pool stuff. I was here yesterday. I missed this. So you can get a different view of the pool from here. You can see how big this area is. Can you get like a kind of a? It's like as big as a big garage. I've never seen anything like that. It's just so bizarre.